Hey people, Duncan here. Let's talk politics. But before we do, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment in the box below, and hit that bell for notifications. So let's talk real politics. You know, I live in Oregon, and I've said it a million times. It's a liberal stronghold, but it's prime for the flipping. Now, when I first decided to run as governor here, it was under the impression that the entire system needed fixed. When I voted for President Trump, it wasn't a Republican thing, it wasn't a Democrat thing, it wasn't even a Trump thing. The reason I voted for President Trump is, one, he pointed out how crooked the media is. Two, jobs. I knew he could bring jobs. Three, economy. I knew by bringing jobs, the economy would flow. I knew that our borders needed secured. I knew that the American people should come first. I knew that for far too long, the American people have been second-class citizens in our own nation. I knew that the refugee program was potentially giving sanctuary to terrorists and illegals all over my country. I knew the Clinton Foundation was crooked. I knew the Clintons were corrupt. So when I decided to run, I ran as a conservative first. The reason I ran as a conservative is because, honestly, I'm a pro-life candidate. I can kind of relate more to the Republican side. However, I don't believe the Democrat is what it used to be. I believe the Democratic Party is no longer an American party. I believe it is subverted into a socialist party of illegals and deep state Illuminatists. I believe the Republican Party is the deep state, bound by the deep state. I believe that the whole system is corrupt. I am afraid of President Trump because of all the great he's already done. You see, because I'm wary of a person that gives me everything I want. I'm wary on what he's going to want. I'm afraid that the biblical sense could be right. I'm afraid that he could be the greatest president we ever have, and it could set the bar so high that many presidents after him fail. So when I decided to run as governor, I ran because I live in a state where they're stripping the American rights. They're taking gun rights away from the American people. They're selling jobs off to foreign countries. They're providing sanctuary to illegals who murder our citizens. They promote and subvert our youth into the Islamic movement, which undermines our Christian morals and values and foundation. I look into my own state, a state where 29 counties are silenced by one city and one corrupt big family. Kate Brown and her Brown family has committed tyranny against the American people. Kate Brown has imposed laws that have crippled us. Economy that has crippled us as Americans and as Oregonians. She announced free abortions and then one step further and took up free full-term abortions. She's trying to give illegals free health care over American citizens. She's taking gun rights away from us, the American citizens. The rights to protect ourselves from the illegals that are invading our country. And instead of going after the guns that are flowing over our borders illegally with those same illegals and those gang members from MS-13 and the cartels, instead of going after those guns and those drugs, these liberals are promoting their drugs, promoting the big pharmaceutical companies that pump the drugs to us, that addict us. They push illegal drugs and gangs and weapons into our inner cities while chumping the jobs out of our towns and out of our cities and counties and state. This entire state of Oregon is going broke, silent, subverted, and almost submitted. But I'm coming to you with a message of hope. I've been busy. We've been talking. I've talked to several thousand people in this state. People from all over this state. And they're seeing the tyranny. They're refusing the $700 million tax increase. They refuse to fund abortion of any kind, especially full-term free abortion. They refuse to see illegals get better health care than them. These are 29 counties of farmers, of hard-working people who refuse to let their families fall apart, who refuse to lose their homes and their farms because of the walls of sanctuary that jack up our income tax, our property tax, and our luxury tax. See, the American people are waking up. So is the Oregon people. The Oregonians all over this state are waking up. They're realizing that uranium got sold out from underneath us by our current governor. Got sold to the Russians. What else have they been given? What else have they been selling of ours? For far too long, we've allowed these corrupt politicians from both sides to dictate politics in this country. My entire life, I remember Carter's cocaine, Reaganomics. I remember Senior, no new taxes, right after the largest tax increase of all time. I remember Clinton, I did not inhale, right before he said he did not have sexual relations with Lewinsky. I remember Junior, who was a deep state subverted zombie who barely could read a teleprompt. I remember Clinton. I remember Obama and his 19 plus votes of present. I remember Obama's push to apologize for being American. So when President Trump comes around talking about the American people, I love to listen. When he talks about making America first, I'm down. When he talks about securing the borders, I'm there. When he talks about bringing jobs back to this country, I'm applauding. But when by any second he takes a step back and he starts to push DACA and he starts to push other movements that I don't agree with, I will stand up to him just like I have every other president that has turned their back on the American people. See, I started and signed up for a movement called Making America Great Again and America First. So until that wall gets built, I will be the leader and the follower and the engine that drives the American people and the Oregon people. We must continue making America great again. This is not a movement about the president. This is a movement about the people. Sign up for the movement. It don't matter if you respect President Trump. It don't matter if you're a liberal, a Democrat, a Republican, a conservative. If you're an American and you believe that America and Americans' interests should always come first, come join the Making America Great Again movement And together we will redeem the state of Oregon. If you live in Oregon, follow me, subscribe to my channel, help me. Vote for me as Oregon's next governor. Help me push the movement. So get out there, people. Be diligent, be smart, and be part of the solution, not part of the problem. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you for watching, listening. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications and comment in the box below. Peace. Duncan out.